Hi everybody, welcome back to Small Caliber Arms Review. I'm Richard, and recently I did a video on the Tavor 7, which is a good candidate for if you're into 3-gun competitions. That would be a good rifle for it. Today we're going to take a look at a good shotgun for 3-gun competitions, and this is the Beretta 1301 tactical shotgun. It is a 12 gauge shotgun with a 18.7 inch barrel on it. It is chambered, it's a 3-inch chamber on it, so you can shoot 3-inch loads in it. It will hold 7 rounds of 2 3/4 inch loads, and I've got a box here of Winchester Super Target. These are 12 gauge 2 3/4 inch shells, number 8 shot. So we're going to get this thing out on the range and do a little bit of plinking with it. It's kind of a pricey shotgun too. At MSRP of about $1,700, it is not the least expensive shotgun out there. It's probably not the most expensive either, but it's a tactical shotgun. And Beretta's system in here, I can't remember what they call it, but it is like 35% faster cycling than most other semi-auto shotguns. And it is a semi-auto. Got oversized cocking handle on here, an oversized bolt release on it and everything. It's really, Beretta has been around for a long time. I think they're the oldest continuously operating business in the world, and definitely the oldest firearms manufacturer in the world too. Been around for about 500 years, I think it is. So they know what they're doing when they're making firearms. It has the cold hammer forged barrel on it, so it's good quality barrel. Has a small Picatinny rail up on the top of it and a ghost ring sight that is both adjustable for elevation and windage. Nice big protected prominent front sight on there, so it's really easy for sight acquisition. It's a shotgun. I'm not a huge shotgun guy. I do like the old Coach guns for the cowboy version of 3-gun competition. It's actually 4-gun with that, but anyways, I do like semi-auto shotguns. I have not fired one of these yet, but the nice thing about a semi-auto shotgun is you've got that mass in there that's going to be moving when you're firing. So a lot of that energy, that recoil energy, is used to activate the action in there, which eats up some of that recoil so you don't feel it so much on your shoulder. It does have a big thick rubber butt pad on it there with some pretty good aggressive texturing on it, so it's not going to slip off your shoulder. It really bites on there pretty good. And we're going to take this thing out on the range and give it a few shots, and I'm kind of excited to shoot it. Even though I like the older cowboy shotguns better, I think this one's going to be kind of fun. I'm not going to go any into the disassembly for cleaning and everything, because there's really a great video out there from Beretta, and I'll put a little link up here and I'll put a link in the description down below. So if you get one of these and you want to see how it comes apart and how to clean it and everything, that video is a good detailed video, and it shows you everything you need to know, where to lubricate it, where not to lubricate it, because parts of this gun are considered self-cleaning and do not need any lubrication. And there's also parts you need to be very careful with, and I would rather let Beretta show you how to do that than me showing you how to do it. Anyways, let's get this thing out on the range. We'll look at loading it and unloading it, and then we'll do some shooting. All right, everybody, we're out here on the range with the Beretta 1301. Right now it is empty, and it's in the position where the bolt is locked back. So if you want to go ahead and load this thing up, and we're going to talk about loading and unloading. If you want to load it up, right now is a good time to go ahead and take a round and put it in the chamber there, and then go ahead and hit your bolt release. And there is one chambered in there. Now your follower in the back here is now pointed upward, so you can load more rounds right in the back of the gun. So all you got to do is you want to make sure the safety is on, and we'll go ahead and load up. You know, you can put 7 rounds in this magazine tube right now, and it's got 1 in the chamber, so that makes it 8. Okay, so let's say we're in a situation where we need to unload the firearm and do it safely, still with your safety on, and with this up there. What you need to do now is you need to take your bolt release on the side here. It's got that big bolt right there, that big knob or lever or button, whatever you're going to call it. We need to take and pull that back as we're pushing down that follower. And what that'll do is that moves the interrupter out of the way and then lets you be able to take that shell out of there. So we can get these all out of here safely. I have seen people take you know, pump action shotguns and just go ahead and pump it and work all the ammo out of it that way. That's not the best way to do it. Now, we still got one in the chamber. We need to get it out. The only way we can get it out is to go ahead and pull the bolt back and it ejects it out of there, and watch where it goes because it'll sling across the room there. So if you are going to go ahead and load this right now, the bolt will not lock back because the follower is down there. You can go ahead and load the 7 rounds in there just like that. And once you get to that point, now I'm not going to go ahead and put the whole 7 in there. Now I want to go ahead and shoot. There's a little button right here at the back. You have to go ahead and hit that, and that lets the follower open up or drop down and become the elevator now. So there's a round in behind there. There's nothing in the chamber right now, but there is a round behind there. So all you got to do to chamber it now is just pull it and let it go. Now there's one in the chamber. Your elevator is now lifted up there. So if you want to unload from there, it's the same thing. You got to get your thumbnail or fingernail behind there, push the follower down, move the interrupter out of the way, and that'll let those shells come out of there. And then again, the only way to get the last one out of there, and make sure you got it clear. Right now there's a bright red follower in there, which can be kind of confusing because these shells are red. But we can go ahead and kick it out. And I kept that one from flying across the room. It is safe and it is unloaded. Now, if you want to lock the bolt back, you need to push that button again. That lets your follower drop down. And you can go ahead and pull it back. And right now, everything is clear. Nothing in the chamber there, nothing in the magazine tube. And it's safe to go. Good to go, safe, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, I've got a couple targets set up there. I've got a silhouette target set up on the plywood sheet, and I'm gonna set off to the side when I go to shoot it because this is bird shot. There are little tiny pellets in there. These are 1 1/8 ounce, 2 3/4 inch shells there, and I want to make sure they don't hit the plywood and bounce back at me. So I'm going to get off and shoot toward kind of at an angle there. I also got one of these old nasty Diet Mountain Dew cans sitting up there. And then we'll take a couple shots at the steel target up there and see how it does. Anyways, I'm going to get it loaded back up and then we'll move out to the range. All right, let's go ahead and take the one shot at the silhouette target. Like I said, I've got one in there. All I got to do is turn the safety off and take a shot. Let's go for it. So that did a nice job right there at center mass. Like I said, even though this is bird shot, it still is pretty effective. And I wish I would have had my old plywood up there because it blew a nice hole in the back of it there. Oh well. Now there is another round in there. It cycled and the recoil was not terrible whatsoever. It was pretty gentle if you ask me. I'm going to go ahead and put the safety back on. Safety is on. You do not see the red line there. So I'm going to move the cameras and see if I can get a shot of this soda can, see what it does to it. Okay, let's say bye to that soda can. Nice splatter. That's what I like about a shotgun, is that energy is really put out there. Accuracy, you don't have to be super on target because the pattern is pretty wide. Although on the silhouette target there, it's not terribly wide, but yeah, it does a number on the soda cans. Let's move up there to the steel target, and I've got 5 more rounds in there. We'll unload 5 rounds on there real quick and get some of that old paint off of there. All right, like I said, I am standing off to the side so nothing comes directly back at me. I didn't have to worry too much about the soda can because everything was going to go beyond it. But let's unleash 5 rounds on here real quick and we'll see how it does. Yeah, that thing shoots pretty nice. It's got some stiff recoil to it. It's hitting pretty hard. It's a 12 gauge, so it does that. But it really is pretty easy to keep on target there and kind of instinctive shooting, and it's just did what it's supposed to do. Shoots pretty nice. All right, guys, so there it is. I mean, do I really need to take more than 7 shots with it? Just it's a shotgun and it does what it's supposed to do, and it does it really well. Just in those 7 rounds, I didn't have any problems with it. The owner of this gun, it's not me, he hasn't had any problems with it either. And it feels like a great shotgun to me. Nice aggressive texturing on the fore end there. Like I said, nice aggressive rubber gripping on the shoulder pad there. So it's really a comfortable gun to shoot. Does a number on some plywood, even with the bird shot in it. And I don't want to take a whole bunch more shots at that because plywood's still not cheap. So I want to save as much of that as I can. They'll be full of holes before long anyways. It does an excellent number on aluminum cans. Yeah, there's pretty much nothing left of that. It won't hold any more liquid. And was able to ring steel. I was only shooting the steel from 7 yards away. I shot the silhouette target there from probably about 6 yards away. I did move up outside of the saloon and stand there, but I stood at the 7-yard target and shot the 15-yard target and kind of put my camera behind there just in case anything come back. I didn't want it to get hit. But it's a shotgun, and it's a good one, a very good one. Shoots great, cycles great, and I'm sure I could have probably pulled the trigger a little bit faster, but I didn't want to completely miss the target. And it did a good job of knocking some of that old paint off of there. Anyways, thanks for taking a look at the Beretta 1301 tactical shotgun with me. Great choice for 3-gun competition shooting, and probably a really great choice for home defense. If you could, reach up here and hit this button to check out some of my other videos. Hit this button down here to subscribe if you haven't already. And thanks for watching Small Caliber Arms Review.